This is Gabriel Austin, and here's what happened in Mississippi this week. According to a report at Thursday's Institution of Higher Learning board meeting, Jackson State University has seen an 89% drop in its cash reserves over the last 4 years. The school's cash reserves went from $37 million to $4 million. Now, the IHL board has hired an accounting analytics firm to dive into the university's finances between fiscal year 2012 and 16. In a press release, JSU says it's aware of its financial issues and is projecting that a number of money-saving actions will add $10 million to its cash reserves by the end of the current fiscal year. Mississippi's first quarter revenues could be their lowest in 6 years. In a recent report, state economists say revenues were just over $1 billion, and that would be $26 million less than estimated in March for the current fiscal year, which started July 1st. Mississippi Today analyzed first quarter forecasts since 2003, and this is the worst first quarter performance since fiscal year 2010 during the Great Recession. But Governor Phil Bryant says he's hopeful about the money the state is bringing in.
I feel relatively confident that we will be able to sustain current revenue numbers, even though they're not as good as they should be, into January. And then the legislature, I'll work with the legislative leadership to make any adjustments that we need to make. And
economists say the lagging revenues this quarter is because of unanticipated Department of Revenue expenses. More Medicare beneficiaries leave hospice care alive in Mississippi than in any other state, and that shows the state's ongoing problem with Medicare fraud, according to government officials. Data from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services show that Mississippi hospice providers discharge over 20% of their patients alive. The national average is 11%. Since 2014, the U.S. Attorney's Office arrested or indicted 9 people in hospice schemes that defrauded Medicare of nearly $15 million. For more on these stories, be sure to visit MississippiToday.org. And for more up-to-date stories from around the state, give us a like on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.